You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
You down with LCS? Good morning. How's everybody doing? Big shout out to Freaky Louie for putting that song together a while ago, and I've been using it for quite some time. But big shout out to Freaky Louie, and he just dropped a video. How can Marvel make Spider-Man amazing again? It was kind of a video challenge that I put out to a few creators, and my video is actually going to drop tomorrow. But there's been a few other videos that have been out already. Manny, the Hobgoblin Collector, did one. A couple comics is going to be in my video. Chris, the comic vet. There's somebody else I'm forgetting. But anyway, so that's coming out tomorrow. And I know the Chris was discussing it. The comic vet was discussing it a little bit on Spidey's Outback last night. So yeah, we're talking comics. But let's check in with the chat this morning. We got 12 people hanging out with us already. Appreciate everybody being here. Las Cruces, good morning. And then we've got the hello from Mexico, New Mexico. Christine is here. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Derrz, heading out for another flea market hunt challenge. Okay. Have a great day, pimps and legends, and much love. Very nice. Dropping the custom emojis, the CBC Awards. Very nice. Brad is here. Bacon. Yeah. My wife, and it's one of the reasons why we moved the show from Saturday to Sunday. My wife's off on Saturdays, so we, hang out, spend time together, and she made some nice bacon and eggs yesterday for breakfast for me. Will is here. Good morning, Will. Thank you for your video piece for the video, the pre-recorded video I got dropping tomorrow about Spider-Man. Mark is here. Yes. Good morning, people who enjoy things like comic books. Yes. Very true. Mark was hanging out on Spidey's Outback last night. They were talking all kinds of things about comics over there. I was listening and doing some other things. Aussieverse, good morning, or not morning for you. Well, it's probably middle of the night, I think, right? And then OmniBeau. Appreciate the multiple personalities being here. Yeah, there we go. DVH, hope you are well. John is here. John's been busy this weekend. I've seen him all over the place. He was hanging out with Gary B Friday night. Then he was over with Cliff. He did his live stream yesterday morning. He's all over the place. And here's the troublemaker, Mr. Circumstance. Good morning. I saw, I guess Beckerman posted a bunch of pictures, a bunch of the guys hanging out. Marcus, Swagda, who else was it? Was it Bobby, Beckerman, a bunch of the community members hanging out yesterday at I think they did it like a crawl, comic shop crawl, bunch of stuff on Instagram. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. Always good to see everybody getting together, hanging out, having a good time. Kenneth is here. Good morning, Kenneth. Hope you're doing well. Deadman is here. Good morning. Well, good morning for us. I'm not morning for you, I'm sure. There he is. Cliff is here. Good morning, Cliff. Cliff, yeah, I was surprised. I was bouncing around to a couple of different streams Friday night. I was watching Gary B's. He was doing a pretty good stream, good discussion about community and support and a lot of different things. And that was a really fun stream. And I was bouncing around, and Cliff was streaming early, and Gary's stream ended, and Cliff was still streaming. Matt is here. Good morning, Matt. Appreciate you being here. CatFan's here. No, you're right on time. We're saying good morning. Hello to everybody. Let's see. Dale's here. Good morning, Dale. Got a bunch of people hanging out with us. Robert's here. Good morning, Robert. Usually hang out with Robert during CatFan stream Monday through Friday, his daily comic and collectible. Definitely go check that out if you can. Mike is here. Mike up early too, our West Coast friend up early as well as John. Let's see. Scrolling. Neil is here. Neil, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great birthday on Friday the 13th. Hope it's been a good weekend, good birthday weekend for you. Let's see. Yeah, Dale up early too, and got all the circumstar. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one. I've heard some other things. I haven't heard that one. Aggressively, good morning. That's funny. Let's see. St. John, but not St. Marcus. This is true. Well, yeah, no coast, but you're closer to the West Coast, right, Mike? Colorado, you know. That's right. Yeah. And then Cliff was hanging out yesterday morning. It's been a busy weekend, man. It seems like there are more and more live streams going on, hangouts, people chatting. I know Nam and Comic Bookworm and Digger Jim got together on Friday hanging out, and they did a live stream together, and just a bunch of stuff going on. It seems like, anytime you turn around, right? G-Man was hanging out yesterday. There was a ton of stuff going on on Saturday. I mean, the weekends are certainly busy, right? Everybody's off and live streaming and things like that. So, couple quick updates. CBC Awards. We're about halfway through the. I feel like I'm leaning. We're halfway through the finalist voting. Just did a quick peek about a little bit, almost to 2,200 votes, 2180 or so. So almost to 2,200 votes. So thank you to everybody who continues to support and vote. I have to go back and look. I think we surpassed how many votes we did last year. Let me take a quick peek at that finalist votes. So definitely good to see that we've got some growth. Let me take a look. Let's see. In 2023 we had 2,400 votes, a little bit over 2,400 votes. So we're halfway through this year's, and we're at almost 2,200. So definitely looks like we'll be surpassing the amount of finalist votes. This is kind of the period where not a lot of votes come in. It's kind of that middle period where things kind of slow down. You get that bump early on, and then you get that last minute rush. So, but yeah, so some really close races. So definitely, make sure you get your votes in if you haven't voted. I take a peek, I spot check the votes here and there are definitely some, in some of the categories, like, 3-4 votes separate, first place to second place. So definitely get the vote if you haven't already. David's here. Good morning, David. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, I guess I kind of set myself up for that. I guess with the Comic Book Community Awards, kind of keep an eye on everything, try to keep an eye on things that are going on. So I pop around a lot and see, who's live, who's streaming, what people are talking about. It was funny. I was, like I said, watching the Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy stream on Friday. John was a part of that, and Bueller was on there. And Bueller mentioned wanting to be the doorman of the comic book community. And they were like, why would you want to be a doorman? And he was like, because I want to welcome people in. I want to welcome people into the community. And I think he's really done that. He's been a great ambassador, obviously with traveling the country in a bus with, comics on the side. He said people, random people just knock on the bus door. But you think of Bueller, just his ability to his openness to just kind of jump on people's streams, come hang out. One of the larger channels in the community, right? He's got 20 plus thousand subscribers, and just open to jumping into people's streams and hanging out. So that, I thought that was really, really cool to hear Bueller explain it that way. And like I said, I think with running the Comic Book Community Awards, I try to kind of, keep an eye on, on goings on in the community. So yeah. Oh wow, okay. Spine ticks last night. Very cool. Yeah, Bueller's been all over the place, which is great to see. I don't watch Spine ticks much anymore. I typically don't make it up that late. I mean, for East Coast, it's not that late, but it's they kick off on the East Coast at 11 p.m. And I just typically I'm about going to bed at that point, so I don't really catch them anymore. And I know there's been some changes over there. Spine ticks doing some different things, so interesting. But yeah, Bueller is the man. He is the man of the community. And if you hadn't heard the news, he made the announcement that this is his swan song. He's going to kind of transition to start doing some other stuff. He's got some time. I think his target is July of next year. So it's certainly several months before he kind of heads off. So he's going to be, transitioning, doing some other stuff outside of, he's still going to be doing YouTube, but he's not going to be doing comic book stuff. So, but that's, yeah. So he's kind of pivoting in the things that he's doing. So that's funny. Yeah, I know. And Bueller's kind of on the East Coast now. I think he's been hanging out in Tennessee. I don't know if his plan is to head up to Baltimore Comic-Con, I think, which is next weekend. But I know he met up with S. Vaughn 82. Scott the other day, had lunch and hung out with him. So pretty cool. Always cool to see random pictures of Bueller, hanging out with the community. Good morning. God is great. Ken, well, not morning for you, I'm sure. All the way from Japan. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. 8:30. Yeah, no, that's a little early for me, but I'm usually during the week, because I have to get up early for work. I'm usually up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, so I need my rest. I need my sleep. So I go to bed by about, during the week, probably around 10 p.m. Weekends, a little bit later, but not much. So, but my wife and I, let me just see. Yeah, that's FOC and chill is kind of like my limit during the week. Like, I usually don't make it to the end of the show. So Rod is here. Good morning, Rod. Rod was hanging out, right? Rod was hanging out. Where did I see Rod? Rod's been all over the place too. He's been a busy guy. Was he hanging out with Cliff on Friday? And then I think I saw him on G-Man's channel yesterday. He's all over the place too. Rod is back. He's talking. No, we can't talk Philly still. Come on, man. Rubber game today. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Yeah, baseball. We've got football. I'm a big football guy. So it's how I'm spending a lot of my Sunday time now, watching football. That the NFL season kicked off, and fantasy. I'm in 4 fantasy leagues, which I thought was a lot. And then Will Cupo Comics told me he's in 8. So he's doubled my output. So here we go. The Discord stuff. I'm not doing it. Rod, I thought you were originally from New York. How did you become a Phillies or maybe you were from New Jersey? How did you become an Eagles and a Phillies fan? Come on, man. No, I don't hate the Discord. I don't have enough time in my life to have another distraction. So that's why I'm staying away from Discord. I have, fantasy football and football take up a good chunk of my Sundays now. And then, just life and work and everything else. I can't have another, can't have something else distracting me. Yes. I know, like I feel like 4 was a lot, and then you doubled it. You doubled it. So Fortnite now, I play maybe a little bit here and there, but yeah, that's I have cut. Oh, I didn't know that, Rod. For some reason, I thought you were in. I thought you were born in New York, or did you just live in New York for a little while? I don't know why I had that stuck in my head. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know if I could do that. I would definitely have to give something else up if I was going to join Discord, for sure. All right, OmniBeau, have a good sleep. Trev is here. Good morning, Trev. Hope you're doing well. Facebook is something I use very rarely. Yeah, because it's just that. It's just people complaining and fighting with each other. Yeah, like I used to be a big Twitter user, X user. Twitter, it was Twitter when I used it, and I stopped. I went cold turkey on Twitter because that was becoming too much. And then now, really, it's Instagram. Instagram is my primary, and then I have Facebook, but that's more just kind of stay in touch with people that aren't on Instagram. But I use it very rarely. There's a couple groups there that kind of keep me there. I've considered dropping Facebook, like just deleting my account, but yeah, so that's really the primary. And Snapchat, Snapchat's really just to share photos with family members of my kids and that of our dogs and things like that. But Instagram is basically where it's at for me anyway. That's my that's my best one. Oh, the one I use the most. Let's put it that way. Give up the Mets. And actually, I don't watch a lot of baseball. I kind of just keep track on the scores, but I'm not watching a lot of baseball. I think we need to start the hashtag as Marcus likes to use the cancel hashtag. Maybe it's cancel Discord, right? Yeah. I left because the same thing was happening on X and Twitter, right? A lot of fighting going on. John, really? John, all right. He's dipping his toe in Discord. Yeah, I mean, I like Instagram is really kind of, since YouTube doesn't have the instant messaging capability, direct messaging. Instagram is a nice little complement. But so, yeah, the amount of time I spend on YouTube these days, I'm afraid to look at my watch hours of what other stuff I'm watching. So yeah, I can't seem adding another something that would distract me from other things. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's funny. I have used Discord before. I know my kids have used it. My oldest son, who's plays a lot of video games with friends, they use Discord all the time. And have been for years. I've used it before, but the interface to me wasn't very. I didn't find it very user friendly, and maybe because I just haven't used it enough. But it was almost confusing to me. So Roscoe's here. Good morning. Yes, go G-Men. Let's see if we can get back on track after week one. Roscoe, hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better. I know you've canceled between the lines the last couple of weeks, so hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, Monday, for the Monday night lineup. Tony's here. Good morning, Tony. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to mention too. The Jennifer's GoFundMe. If I forgot to pull the link, John, if you can drop that link, let me go to YouTube and make you a mod. If somebody could drop the link for Jennifer's GoFundMe. I know there's been a lot of conversation. John made a video, Gary, Bueller, a lot of support and revisiting of Jen's GoFundMe. She is battling cancer and needs some help. So if people can go donate a little bit, even if it's just $1 or $2, every little bit counts. Let's see. Let me find a live stream because I can't do it through Instagram. John, I'll make you a mod. There you go, John. Yeah. So, Bueller made a video, Gary B, John, and I know a bunch of people have been talking about it, been sharing it out on Instagram. So definitely, if you can, go check out the GoFundMe. I'll pin the link once I get to it. So, and definitely go try to support Jen and her fight against cancer. So, Triple G is here. Appreciate you being here. Leonard, good morning. Appreciate you being here. New name. Don't know if I've seen you here before. Okay, good. Because I haven't used it in a while, and when I did use it, I'm like, I think can handle most social media, but Discord seemed like, I don't know, it just wasn't very it wasn't user friendly for me. So yeah, I think that was my initial reaction to it. Like, it's too complicated. I don't want to waste my time with this, so I'm getting out of here. Yes, I mean, if that's really what your goal is, then yeah, Facebook is definitely a place to be. All right, Roscoe, no show tomorrow for Roscoe. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, hope you're feeling better, brother. We miss you. Certainly miss the Monday night show. I know a lot of people look forward to that show, and no pressure. Not, I don't mean it that way. I mean, I think people enjoy the conversation there and the artwork that everybody does, the at-home stuff. So hopefully you're feeling better soon and back at it. That'll be good. Yeah, just did it. Oh, I should make Christina too. Let me do that. That's the one thing about StreamYard is you can't make people mods through StreamYard. You actually have to go out to YouTube to do it. So just did that. Yes, totally agree. Phil is here. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, no pressure, Roscoe. We want to make sure that you're feeling good, man, and doing well. So you definitely take care of yourself first. YouTube will be here. So whenever you're ready, for sure. There it is. There's the GoFundMe link. Let me pin it to. I got to do that through YouTube. StreamYard needs to fix that. Let's see. Where is now? I gotta go find it in. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Now I can pin it. Pin message. So pin the GoFundMe. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you can. Like I said, even if you can't, if you can donate $1 or $2, and if you can't do that, just share it out. Throw it up on Instagram or put it in Discord. Get it shared out there. Community member who needs our help. And she's been battling cancer for over a year. It still has treatment ahead. So, I think the initial goal was $25,000 in the GoFundMe, which was hit. But as time goes on, people, lose sight of those things, and she's still battling, battling cancer. So if you can help out, that would be great. Marshall, appreciate you being here. Greeting Earthlings. And that reminds me, my wife and I were watching, we were having dinner and threw some TV on, and we watched Independence Day, the Will Smith, aliens attack on over 4th of July weekend. And man, that movie holds up from a story perspective and even special effects wise. I don't know how they did the special effects, but they don't look like they're dated when you watch it. It's a great cast. You've got so many different actors in that. You got Will Smith. You've got I'm drawing a blank. Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum. You've got, is it Bill Pullman? You've got so many good actors in that movie. It's still a great movie. Story holds up and special effects hold up. So I highly recommend going back and checking out Independence Day. My wife and I watched it, like I said, yesterday, and we enjoyed it. It was good. That's right. John's got a giveaway going. Any $25 that you donate, He's got a giveaway that he's doing. So, Marshall, well, welcome. Appreciate you being here, and happy birthday. Where's Naman? There he is. Good morning, Naman. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. I saw you, I mentioned you and Jim earlier. You guys got to hang out and have some lunch, do some comic book digging. That was good to see. Good to see you guys. Okay. And I've always used it on my phone, so I wonder if that's part of the reason. I'm way behind on the chat. Catching up. Ben is here. Good morning, Ben. Not sure if I highlighted you and said hello. Let's see. Not sure. Seeking Superman. Good morning. Yep. No, totally understand. I know, Sunday mornings, can be busy. Can be busy for some. I totally get that. Let's see. Scrolling. Let's see. Just making sure. All right. I think I got it. I think I'm caught up. I think I'm finally caught up. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting closer to 2K. I don't know, 35 subs away. We're going to be doing a giveaway and stuff when we get there. But whenever it happens, it happens. No rush. Let's see. We've got our Sunday lineup. Let me just double check, see if we've got. Yes, Cliff just sent it. So Sunday lineup, just as a reminder, you've got why am I not seeing it? Let's see, maybe he didn't put it out yet, but we've got a bunch of different shows on Sunday. We kick it off here, Breakfast with Brian, 9:45 Eastern. We kick it off, and then following us, we've got Comic Book Church with Bleecker, a good hangout there. He's always got a cast of characters hanging out with him, so definitely go check that out. We've got let's see what's up next. You've got Council of Comics at 5. You've got K-Pop Junkie at 7. You have Weekly Comic Book Wrap Up with Black Crown Comics at 8:30, or no, 9. I'm sorry. Oh, I missed Mark. Legion of Comics does at week's end at 8:30. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, you've got Evil's Comics and Trev, the Sunday Night Live show. Those guys hanging out and kind of wrapping up the weekend. So definitely go check that out. I think I missed somebody in there. I think still only 35 cents. Dave's got a show, a Merry Monday mail call. Since he's in Australia, he's in the future. I forget what time that show goes, but yeah, those are all the shows that you got going on Sunday. So definitely go check them out. Oh, I guess we're talking. Yeah, and I did a video on that so I did a video on Friday that JSS mentioned. There's these Marvel comic book packs that's an exclusive through Whatnot, and they're selling for some crazy amount of money. It's kind of like it's like a pack rip. It's kind of like a blind opening. A lot of Whatnotters are selling them some pretty good money. It's 3 comics in a pack, and there's some different rarity. You got some signed books, some gold foils, silver foils, all kinds of crazy stuff. So pretty interesting. I mean, these books are selling for, like, the packs are selling for several $100s. I think I saw most of them go for like $275 for 3 books. So like $90 a book seems a little excessive, for a chance at potentially hitting a signed book from one of the artists, or the gold foil, and then they're selling on the secondary market. So pretty interesting to see. But I don't know. I'm just, there's so many modern variant covers out there and exclusives that I don't know how these books will retain their money over time. Maybe if you hit one of the signed foil books and get it, graded, potentially that it's going to hold its value. But I don't know. I definitely understand the pack. From we see it in the card world, right? As sports cards or trading cards with these blind, pack rips, and sometimes people get, a hit with autographed, or a 1-of-1 type card, those type of things. So I definitely see the mentality of it, why what they're trying to do with it, but I don't know. I just think there's so many, when you get a new book out and there's 25 different variant covers. I'm not sure how you can have all of them hold value over time. It's just kind of crazy. Wow. Yeah. I think the most that I saw when I was watching Whatnot on Thursday night, and it was Davis Ryder. I think the most I saw a pack go for was around 300. They were in the like $270 to $300 range, but I didn't see any more go higher than, I think 300 was the max. So pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely not my thing for sure, but yeah, that's what I said. We'll revisit in like 6 months and see where these books are at. You see so many books that have this hype, when they first come out, and then they very quickly kind of fizzle out. So Yeah, I mean, I get the autographed piece. I mean, I've seen some people pull cards, an autograph card, and one of one, or very limited run of cards. So I definitely can see that. I'm not I'm not sure about this in the comic side of it. So Tony's here. Good morning, Tony. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, and that's what I wonder, because it was one of the things I mentioned in the video that I put out. Was I saw there was a couple pending payments. So I don't know if people are playing games with their payments. And then Davis Ryder, like I said, who I was watching and selling, he actually, those payments never went through. And so he had already opened the bags of the comics. And so he resold them because the people that won the bid didn't pay. So I thought that was an interesting wrinkle that I really haven't seen too much on Whatnot. But I guess it's like, you want to take the shot, get the bag open. If you get the autograph hit, then you buy it. If you don't, you don't. It was kind of it kind of seemed a little shady to me. So interesting stuff. So it's one of the reasons why I try to stay off Whatnot. And I just don't want to overpay for books and get caught up in any FOMO, bidding on stuff that I shouldn't be, and paying way too much for it. So Chris is here. Good morning, Chris. Chris has like I said, Chris, I'm dropping my Spider-Man video tomorrow, and Chris has got a little piece in it, and he just dropped his last week. Definitely go check that out for your fellow Spider-Man fans. Justin is here. Good morning, Justin. Hope you're doing well. Vote for Only Slabs. Let's see. Milestone, Chris, thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah.
And here we go.
Get your votes in. I'm not sure. I thought you had to have, from a Whatnot perspective, a credit card or debit card or bank account or something associated with it. But I'm wondering if you, I don't know, put a dummy. I don't know. I'm not sure how they would do that. How you can, maybe if you use, like, sometimes you have these Visa gift cards that look like an actual debit card or credit card, but there's no credit on them, where you've like used it up and you can put it in there. I'm not really sure how people are doing that. So yeah, that's unfortunate, because people are just trying to, they find a loophole in the system, right? So, which is good reminder. Yeah, no, I mean, there are some I think there are some smaller channels that you might be able to get some deals on, Whatnot. But when some of these bigger channels are auctioning stuff off and they've got a couple hundred people in there, you're not finding any deals. You're overpaying. And I'm seeing, like, just modern books that just came out that you could pick up at your LCS for cover price or less, that people are bidding $10, $15 on. And I'm like, why are you, unless you live in a place where you can't get comics, but you could order online. You can go to Midtown Comics or ABX Comics. You can order these books, for cover price online. So I don't know. I don't understand the craziness sometimes on Whatnot. So yeah, I'm not sure, because I have my card linked because I've made purchases on Whatnot before, and I wouldn't even know how to try to rig that. Not really sure. Yeah. Very true. Very true. I am. I think I am. I cut back on the pull list for sure, and really just try not not buy every new book that comes out. I try to really stay focused from the amount of books I buy every week, so that I can free up some money to go buy some of the back issues and some of the books that I'm working on, the runs that I'm working on. But I definitely think I've done a better job of it. I still find myself, every once in a while buying stuff I probably shouldn't be buying. Trying to give up any type of mystery box, that kind of thing, not spend money on, any of those things, so that I can, stay focused on completing, working on all of the Spider-Man runs, Amazing, Spectacular, Web of, Spider-Man, Marvel Team Up. So, but yeah, there's always something shiny that catches your attention, right? Like we're just talking about these Marvel X-Men 97 books, but I stayed away from those. I didn't buy any of those. So, Matt, good morning. But yeah, it's always a challenge, right? There's always some, and YouTube is the other side of it, right? Because you watching YouTube content, comic book content, you always hear people talk about a good story or a good new book or great art, and so that you kind of not get swayed and influenced by what other people are talking about. Okay, prepaid debits. I gotcha. But yeah, I would think, right, then if you use the prepaid debit and you haven't added any money to it, say it's a prepaid $50 and you've used, $49, you only have $1 left, and you try to buy something for $100, then you couldn't. There's no credit there that you could charge. So interesting. That's right. Yeah, ABX. ABX is the community's comic book shop, and I know a lot of people order, through the mail, right? There's a number of different shops, but ABX Mark, has a direct connection with Paul, the owner, and Paul is great. He's been I pick up some books from him, books that I can't get at my local LCS, maybe some different covers. My LCS is kind of an A shop, A cover shop, but he does buy some variants, but he's mainly A covers, which is fine. I try to collect just the A cover, but occasionally there's some other covers that I'd like to pick up, and so I use ABX to be able to do that. So, yeah, good stuff. Wow. All right. 13 short boxes. That must be, that's a lot of books. Yeah, digital, and that's one of the things I'm trying to do. So if there is a book that maybe somebody recommends or that is a good story, instead of, if it's not really something I want to collect, not picking it up, the floppy, and just reading it digitally, or wait for the trade and just pick up the trade later on and read it. And then I can always pass that trade on to somebody else. So one of the things I'm trying to do. 80s guys here. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that there are, there's obviously fewer shops than, we've had. We've had a lot of shops, have been closing. And it's really, I've done some research for some videos on comic book shops, and it seems like they only really hit the news on either Free Comic Book Day or when they close, right? Because, they've been open for business for a long time, and then they close, and it becomes a news story. But not, there's not a lot of other news in between, right? So pretty interesting. Heroes for Hire. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see from a digital perspective. I still want to collect the Spider-Man books, but from a space perspective and cost, I can certainly see people moving more towards digital, and I don't mind reading digitally. I think on like an iPad or even on the computer, it's pretty it's pretty nice to do. You can zoom in, you can do different things that you can't do with the physical book. But I still want to collect my favorite. Spider-Man is my favorite, so definitely want to collect that. Yeah, and that's true. It may have been, we may have had the industry ballooned, right? And so maybe we're kind of getting back to normal as far as the amount of shops. Wow, 21. I don't think I've even ever had 21 on my pull list. So that's yeah, and that's true. If you're tight on funds, digitally is a good way to still, stay involved in the hobby and not cost you, it's really the subscription cost a fraction of what you would pay, right? Basically for like the cost of one book a month, you get access to the full, digital library. So not a bad thing. All right, we got to get we're 45 minutes in. We got a couple giveaways and things to do. Cap, Rich, good morning. Let me share my first. So everybody who left last week's hashtag in a comment will get. So I think we got 10. David, Christina, Halya Comics, Lex Crucius, Dagger Cards, Manny the Hobgoblin Collector, Evil's Comics, God is Great, Canadian Survivalist, and Kenneth Bird. Let's see who gets another duck for this month. Make sure I got it. There we go. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. The winner will get a duck at the end of the month. So let's see. Who is it going to be? Wow. 60 books. That's a lot of books. All right, 10 seconds left. Christina making a run here. Is Christina going to get a duck for the end of the month? I think so. No one's catching her. Congrats. Write that down. We'll put you in for the end of the month. And let's do our... Let me share it. We're going to keep the hashtag simple. We'll just use hashtag football. It is Sunday, football Sunday, NFL football. Yeah, Christina, good. Congrats. Hopefully maybe we'll win at the end of the month. So what we do is every week we collect 2 ducks, one from the hashtag from last week, the hashtag in the chat. Each of the winners will get a duck at the end of the month. And then whoever wins that last race will get the stack of books that we pull. Every week we pull 5 books. This month, I think, is 5 Sundays, so we'll have 25 books. Some lucky winner will walk away with 25 books from the for September. 23. I'm not sure if I saw you earlier. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Mark's favorite, yes. Mark is a sports guy for sure. Yeah, he's got to start getting into sports. His kids are, I think, karate. I think they're soccer. So he's going to become a sports guy, at least a sports dad. Remy's here. Remy Q Studios. The finalist. Let's talk about it for himself and his wife Angel. Definitely go check out his show Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's talk about it with Remy and Angel. You don't know, you never know what kind of topic's going to go on over there. So definitely go check them out. Let's see. Yeah, no, and that's another good thing. I did the same thing when I got back into collecting. It was in the middle of the Nick Spencer Spider-Man run. I forget, it was probably 30 issues or so in. So I collected all of the floppies, got back and I collected that entire run. But to catch up on the reading, I was reading digitally because, if I was traveling or whatever, or, I could read it from an iPad or my phone. And so I was able to catch up on the reading, and then eventually got caught up to the current issue and picked up the floppies and then started reading from the floppies. But, reading digitally, when you're, like I said, if you're traveling, going on vacation, you don't have to carry books around. So it makes it really convenient to be able to do that. So, oh no, Christina, I'm sorry. We're Giant fans here, so we're matching up head to head today. That's right. Yeah, Mark, the sports guy, throwing out first pitches at baseball games. Just put on an adult diaper and sit down. Thursday night around 8:45. CatFan, put on the adult diaper, and then you can tune into their show. That's right. We don't talk baseball. I don't. Tyler isn't here this morning. I haven't seen Shattered Glass, so I don't know where the WNBA fan is at. All right, we got Bengals. They were not off to a good start. All right, let's see. We've got 19 entered out of 29 hanging out with us in the chat. Oh, and I forgot to mention too. We were talking a little bit about C3 earlier. So we're going to be doing a special C3 Breakfast with Brian on the 6th of October. That's Comics Curing Cancer Weekend, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So definitely, we're going to be doing, if you donate during the show, we're going to have a prize wheel, bunch of different channels. We're kicking it off on Friday with Legion of Comics. And here are all the different hosts. John's Comics with Kids, a bunch of different people getting in. Here is the overall schedule of shows. Friday kicks off with Legion. You've got the Sketchy Show with Izzy at 4. 10-1-1 with Gary B at 7 p.m. 9 p.m. you got In the Mix with DJ Lynx and the Illuminati. Then Saturday, you've got a bunch of different shows. CJ Insomniac Comic Book Theater. That's going to be the overnight show. Cliff on Sunday. You've got on Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. John at 12. 2:30 Only Slabs. And then 5 p.m. Blaine Fable and His Amazing Friends. You've got the comic book art auction Saturday at 7 p.m. Sunday, overnight show with Kicking It with K-Pop. And then, like I said, we're going to be doing a special show from 10 to 12 that Sunday, where we're going to have some, if you donate during the show, we'll be doing some giveaways. And then the big show is the comic book auction starting at 12 p.m. Eastern on that Sunday. So, yeah, looking forward to, being involved in Comics Curing Cancer again this year, and hopefully hitting that 50K mark again. Taylor's here. Good morning, Taylor. I see. Okay. Those Cowboys, not the dancing men that we have here, right? All right, let's run this. I think we got everybody in. 20 people. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Who's it gonna be? Trev. That's Trev's second duck. Trev, congrats. Let's see. Yeah, looking forward to it. We're going to be a big, big weekend's always fun to kind of watch all the shows and see, the donations come in and I've been watching some of the stuff that Rob's been putting out on his channel, and then C3 on Instagram, all of the great books and donations, some amazing artwork that's going to be auctioned off. So really excited for it. So looking forward to it. All right, let's CatFan is not a fan. Cats and ducks, I guess they don't really mix, right? Let's pull some books. Oh. So we already have a stack from previous weeks. Let's pull 5 more. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take 2 from the back. And then we'll take 1, 2, 3. We'll take 2 from the front. And then we'll let it ride. We'll let it ride where we're going to stop in the middle somewhere. There we go. All right. Let's see what we pulled. All right. Legions. Oh, this is double. Legions Lost number 1 and Legion Lost number 2. Not a DC book that I'm familiar with, but we're adding that. We've got Age of Apocalypse featuring the X-Men number 1. Is this a one shot? Yes, one shot. Oh, we pulled a free book, Planet of the Apes. So that means we have to pull another book. We'll do that. And we pulled another free book. So we have to pull 2 more. Marvel Must-Have, Spectacular Spider-Men, I should say. So we get to pull 2 more books. This is Dark Horse, Invisible Kingdom. Not one I'm familiar with. All right, let's pull 2 more random books. All right, we've got Alpha Flight, number 15. Submariner on the cover there. And then Riverdale, number 2. Let's say, based on the new hit TV series from the CW. All right. So we just that'll be the stack of books. We'll pull 5 more books next week and go from there. But we've got a healthy stack of books we'll be giving away this month. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We've got Church with Bleecker Street kicking off in a couple minutes. Let me see. Let me just look at the books I read this week. Very good. Very good this week. This was very good. I enjoyed Wolverine number 1. Ghost Spider. This has been okay. Gwen Stacy, Spider Ghost in the 616. Space Ghost. This has been really fun. And Zeb Wells, yeah, not very good. Yeah, Geiger was good. I'm a sucker for when you involve the story with his dog Barney. I'm a sucker for that. So, but yeah, have a great day, everybody. Enjoy football. If you're watching football, definitely go check out the other streams. You got Bleecker Street. Got Council of Comics, you've got K-Pop, you've got Mark, Legion tonight at Week's End, Black Crown Comics, and Mike and Trev wrapping up the evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. Definitely go check them out. Appreciate everybody being here. And like I said, get ready for C3. We got that the first week of October. So definitely go, save some money, stay off Whatnot, and get ready to donate. And there's Bleeker's stream. Definitely go jump over there. And let's see, what are we going to leave you? Got a couple clips for you. But have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. We'll see you next Sunday.
Oh no, I ripped it.
Hey, no worries, little lady. These books are meant to be read and enjoyed, not hoarded and then sold when you get divorced.
Wolverine comic with pop-out claws. Why was this so controversial?
You're like a golem with worse hair. A subcommittee meeting of the Galactic Senate.